So today we're going to be making a video um about my dad is secretly filming me. So one day, uh, so we have an overprotective dad, or a dad who just constantly wants pictures of their child. I don't see any harm in that. My parents always want pictures of me. They're like, "Oh, can we have a picture? Can we have a picture? Picture." So what? I give them a picture. So one day she wants to go to a party, and her dad says, "No, you do not get to go to a party." And well, and she sneaks out. Well, she's caught, and well, she doesn't know how she was caught. So she then is sent to clean the house, and by coincidence, when she's dusting, she knocks over a picture frame with a hidden camera in it. Because I would definitely dust something when it could easily fall off, And I was sentenced to clean the house, not destroy it. So, yeah, that makes sense. Yes, actually, let me go dust this. Instead of firmly grasping it, let me just go, knock it over. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Yeah. And she finds a hidden camera. So then she looks all over. She finds one in a what's it called? A lighting stand. She finds one in a She finds a ton of them in smoke detectors. She finds one in all of the clocks, which they have 3 of. She finds one in the TV. And, well, when she wants to confront her dad, she just can't. So then she finds a hidden thumb drive in a drawer. Yes. Let me go search the entire house. Oh wait, and not find a hidden thumb drive. Yes, that sounds smart. Let me just go do that. And then let me just go open. Oh my god, what is this? A drawer? And then she has this best friend who's always been rebellious, and this is important for one reason only. When she plugs the thumb drive into her computer, there's hundreds of videos of Riley. Oh, why is this? Good question. They never paint Riley as some supermodel or anything. They just paint her as a good friend. Stupid, I know, right? And then, when she looked at the file name, like any other person wouldn't do, she found used? What do you mean used? Oh, as used as, yeah. You can already fill in the blank. So, what do you mean, used? How do you know not what used means? It's an ominous term for a person's spying on someone who's your best friend that's been going on for years. Wonder what's going on. Can't put my finger on it, because this is a totally legitimate channel. Then it dawns on him that it could have been sold or posted. What? What do you mean, sold or posted? You sure it's not used for personal things? If it was sold, wouldn't it be, titled sold or something? Or if it was posted, wouldn't it be titled posted, or, like the normal thing? Or wouldn't he just delete it? Because, them file space needed. So she decided we couldn't just sit with this information. We had to do something about it. We had to go call the police, because illegally spying on someone is illegal. So, what do we do instead? Well, let's take a wild guess what they do. They go to his dad's office, and what do they do next? What do they do next? Let's give you a couple seconds to think. So then she says, I knew I was probably ruining my dad's life. Well, you already had. You know what would have been the more effective thing? Going to the police. So, in his office, you announce this publicly. Oh, and probably getting him fired. And probably getting him to abuse you because you had ruined his entire life. You just put you just put yourself in the way of danger. You are an absolute idiot. When he tried to handle this like a normal person, his coworkers said, you're not getting out of this office, and barricaded him in. Hey, guess what? That's called imprisonment. That's a felony. That's also called kidnapping. That's also a felony. By definition, kidnapping is removing or making sure someone cannot leave a confined space for any means. That is kidnapping. Imprisonment is basically going, yeah, you're not leaving. We don't care what you do. You are not leaving. Those are both felonies. So the two co-workers who put the doors on the co-workers who put the door on the chairs on the door have committed 2 felonies, and now they will be prosecuted for kidnapping and imprisonment. Good job, guys. One of his coworkers called the police, the responsible thing to do. And guess what? Oh, yes, police, we have a child watcher who has some files on some other person. Yeah, they're illegally spying on them. Okay, where are they? Oh, they're in the office. And can they leave? Oh, no. Sir, you've just committed 2 felonies. No, we have restrained someone from doing something. Guess what? You have no evidence that they were going to delete files or that they were going to harm someone. So, guess what? The cops probably charged anybody who put doors against or chairs against the door with 2 felonies. 'Cause that's what the legal system does. Even if someone did a bad thing, you cannot keep them unless they have intent to kill themselves or somebody else or harm anybody. You cannot imprison anybody without them openly saying that I would like to harm someone. You cannot do that. Got it? Which is why I think the story is fake. Also, the unbelievable circumstance it lies in. So, guess what's next? When the cops, they asked him to, so he said, explain. And he clicked on a file called graduation, and it gradually showed you guys growing up. So yes, he is probably going to have to spend a night in jail, and he is going to have a misdemeanor on a criminal record. Everybody who put chairs against the door has 2 felonies and will go away for kidnapping. So, yeah, if you just had called the police and they had actually done some investigating, oh, wow, now some coworkers wouldn't have felonies. Oh, that seems fun. So instead of, just confronting him in his office, potentially making him lose his job, lose his source of income, and, lose everything that he worked for, and, just confronting him in his office, which embarrassing him in front of everybody, and, probably never getting a job again. Instead of just doing that, they instead of just calling the police and avoiding all that, they decide to do that. Good job, guys. So, What? So what are we shaking in anger for? That your dad just wanted to see you grow up? Because there's nothing really wrong with that. Why do you think dads want to see that? So they can see how their child evolved. They have, so they have photos of them, so they can still know what it's like to be the father of the person. But, I still think spying on your kids is bad, and this person is definitely in the wrong. And then they say they left because this was a misunderstanding. Even though if they had actually done their job properly, they would have realized, oh, hey, you guys are, you coworkers kind of barricaded a person who wanted to leave. That's a crime, but hey, it was actually a misunderstanding, so I can get why the cops didn't arrest the coworkers. But technically they should everybody who put chairs against the door should be guilty of a felony, but hey, that doesn't matter. But I can see why the cops didn't arrest them. I can see. Also, they demanded he take down the cameras, which is normal, yes. And he explained he just wanted you guys to have something to look back on. Yeah. So when you guys would stop taking photos, he set up the hidden cameras. Basically, he said, "Okay, well, I know this is wrong, but I can't just let my years of footage go to waste." So yeah. And she has, yeah, my relationship's really good. Vietnam flashback. Anyways, guys, like and subscribe the video. So, yeah. Hey guys, if you could like and subscribe the video, that'd be very nice. Because apparently I have to go do that now for reasons. Okay, next story, whatever. So, the title is I Discovered My Teacher Doing Something Sinister While I Was Locked in His Room. And it starts, hi guys, I discovered my teacher doing something sinister. I wonder what that can imply. So, what does it imply? Watch the video to find out. I'll go be making some pretty awful jokes in this. It was so sinister, he got fired, but the school hates him? What? Wait, what? What do you mean? Are you saying the entire school was in on it, but you weren't? But what? I'm confused. Aren't you all guys confused? Like, what? That makes no sense. Well, they say their English teacher was gorgeous, and every girl was madly in love with him. As in, this, and they also say, yeah, he was about 25. Wonder what they could be implying. I don't know. So then, she says, there's a rumor going around that he changed his shirt during lunch. And everybody started talking about, what does he look like under that shirt? Today on the Discovery Channel, we will be hunting the wild, shirtless English teacher. Now, these are very hard creatures to find, but when you find them, oh boy, do they make good souffles. Yeah, fun. So, basically, they say she was dared to go take a shirt of the English teacher shirtless, but she had dropped her phone, and she had set the picture as her wallpaper. Smart idea, guy. Smart idea. So, she then had snuck into she had then heard Mr. The English teacher coming and dove into the closet, and then with a classmate. And he started stroking her hair. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, no. So then she said, you're so mature, and all these other compliments. So different. And then kissed her. You should probably call the police. And if this story's going where I think it's going, you should definitely call the police. So then they left for his house. So far we see nothing wrong with this relationship except he getting fired. There's no crime that's been committed, although there is some evidence that one has. There are no eyewitnesses, and there's no actually there is no evidence. There's just some suggestive actions, but there is no definitive evidence. So yeah. So he's just getting fired, no criminal stuff. So then she confronts him and says, "Oh yeah." So she then waits for them to leave, except the room wasn't empty. And then she says, "Oh, I don't. You didn't see what you think you saw," as he approaches her and locks the door. Wonder what's going on. And then, well, guess what? He then starts saying, "Nobody's going to like you if you tell anybody. If you get me fired, everybody's going to hate you. If you tell anybody, you're going to lose your best friend." Which is very manipulative, but not illegal. Although possibly getting him fired and possibly getting a civil lawsuit, not illegal. So then she's like, "Oh, I don't want to tell my parents," but then she starts crying at the kitchen table, and then she tells her parents. And then the police are called. And, and then she makes the police swear that Macy wouldn't get in trouble. So, yeah. The police don't charge, or the police don't prove he was guilty and not guilty. It's called the DA and the detectives. So, the police can't really do anything, but all they can do is just not arrest them. Except when they have a warrant for their arrest. So, yeah. But at school next morning, they led him away in handcuffs? What? There was no evidence of statutory rap. So, what are you, what is going on? I swear, the next person's gonna go grab their AK and, do a thing. So, what are you talking about? Why would they lead him away in handcuffs? There's no evidence of him doing the thing with a child. But hey, guess what? His name actually wasn't Mr. Cliff, which was his name. His name was Mr. Brown, and he's wanted in another state, or doing the exact same thing. So, what? How is that a crime? You've presented no evidence that he actually committed a crime. He was just manipulative to girls, which isn't a crime. I mean, yes, you will get fired. And yes, if you do have a warrant for your arrest, evading police is a crime, but I don't see how he could have a warrant for his arrest. So, this story is stupid. Although, manipulating kids so you can get personal gain is bad. Then she says, it's illegal for a teacher to have a crush on a student. Oh, I'm gonna have to go disagree with that, you there. No, it's not, actually. Yes, it is wrong, and yes, it will get you fired. But it's not illegal. So, yeah. So this video isn't 30 minutes. But hey, let's just go end the video right now, because, this channel's stupid.